Hi folks, Rebecca Moorhead with Roe Realty here, and I'd like to take a minute to talk to you today about the process of buying a HUD home. A HUD home is a home that's acquired through foreclosure and is owned by HUD and is now available for sale. It's a common misconception that these properties are only for investors or that they're fixer-uppers, and that's not always true. And so, especially right now with so few homes for sale, it's really important not to eliminate these as a good possibility. Don't rule out a HUD home, but your buyer's agent needs to be familiar with the process because it is different than buying a traditional home. Here at Roe Realty, we are a local listing broker for HUD homes, which means we offer these for sale. And we get a lot of questions from agents about how the process is different and what they need to do to help their buyers buy one of these homes. And so here's the top 5 questions that we get. But please feel free to reach out to our office at any time if you have questions, any step of the way. It is a little bit different, but we're here to help so that you can give your buyer every opportunity to see every home that's available on the market. So here we go. Number 1, do I need a NAID number to see a house or just to put in an offer? A NAID number is a name, address, identification number that is tied to the broker. So that is something that the broker has to apply for. And then the agent needs to register on HUDHomestore.com for their own login under that broker's NAID number. Now you can show a HUD home anytime, but if you get to the point that you want to place an offer, you are going to need to register on HUDHomestore.com as an agent using your broker's NAID number. Simple process, doesn't take very long. Just talk to your broker for the number. Number 2, who chooses the title company and what are the escrow limits? The buyer does choose the title company for a HUD purchase, but that title company needs to be HUD registered. And so if you need a list of some, we'd be happy to offer them. There's several in town. The limits for escrow, it's $500 escrow for properties up to $49,900, and anything over $50 is going to be $1,000 escrow. Third question, why are homes active in the MLS but they're not on HUD Home Store? We do get this one quite a bit. Often what's happened there is that there was an existing contract that's been canceled, so we know that that contract's been canceled, but there's a delay for it to go back active on HUD Home Store. Just give us a call. We'll be happy to explain the situation and hopefully give you a timeline on when it's going to come back. But again, we don't always know when it's going to appear back on HUD Home Store. Peace of mind though, if the property is active in MLS, it is an available property. Number 4, are electronic signatures allowed? No, they are not allowed, especially when you place your bid online. If you win that bid, the buyer is going to be expected to sign wet signatures with blue ink and overnight original contract documents immediately back to HUD directly. Once the contract is fully executed by both parties and you have a signed contract, if you need an addendum to make a change to the contract, that can be done electronically. But the original contract has to be wet signatures, mailed in original documents. Number 5 question is, what are the timelines for owner-occupants versus investors? I know that's a common question with foreclosed properties. Often these institutions try to give owner-occupants a little bit of an advantage to get into a home before all the investors start bidding, and HUD is no exception to that. So for owner-occupants, the first 10 days are reserved for owner-occupant bidders, and then another 5 days if there are no offers that they like. After 15 days, that property will be open to investors. The only difference on that is homes that are not insured, that need a significant amount of repairs, those are only going to have a 5-day owner-occupant waiting period because of the amount of repairs that are required. Most typically those will end up going to an investor to do a significant rehab. But for the most part, 10 days, then 5 more on homes that are close to being move-in ready. As always, if you have any other questions, please feel free to call us here at Roe Realty. Buying a HUD home is a different process than a traditional sale, but it doesn't have to be a scary process, and we are here to help you all the way. So that's it. Hope that was helpful. Give us a call to help you with any of your real estate needs. Thanks.